As oil prices rise, will electric cars soar? Welcome, I'm Kelsey Hubbard, and joining me is Smart Money columnist Jack Howe. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So when we look at the auto industry, oil prices were rising in 2008. That hit them hard, and then we had the recession. And slowly they've been climbing their way out of it. And again, we're seeing some crisis in the Middle East, oil prices again inching higher. What position are the auto companies in right now?
Well, they used to sell in the U.S. 16 million vehicles a year, and when we had oil prices going to the triple digits per barrel in 2008, and you had gasoline prices surge, and then you had a nasty recession, that pace went down to fewer than 10 million a year.
And people just stopped buying cars at that point,
exactly.
essentially.
And it's really crept back up pretty nicely. Forecasts call for about 13 million vehicles this year. And the car companies have really responded in making some dramatic improvements. They've consolidated showrooms, they've consolidated models, they've slashed production and slashed costs and gotten union concessions. So the big American car makers are now profitable, and their profits are growing and their sales are growing. They're in a good position. But here come the higher gasoline prices again. However, I think that their models are now better suited for this environment.
And how so? I mean, we talk, as I said in the headline, electric cars are now a lot more prevalent than they were even just a few years ago. So how has that changed the landscape?
Back in 2008, they had concepts to talk about, but now they actually have cars on the road. The Chevy Volt is on the road this year. It's only in 7 markets, and it's still very expensive. It's a $40,000 car. You get about a little over $7,000 in tax breaks, but it's too expensive for budget shoppers. However, about $10,000 of that cost is the battery, and that price could fall by half this year. They're going to come out with a new model next year, which will be on sale nationwide. Suddenly, these prices are creeping down, where they're going to be able to compete with maybe the Honda Accord or the Toyota Camry, the regular family car. So the prices are becoming more attractive. This could be, I'm not going to say it's going to be a plus for the car makers, because no car maker wants to see a soaring price for gasoline, but they're in a much better position now.
So give us a sense of what is the miles per gallon that these cars will get?
Well, the cars that we're talking about are these plug-in electrics, like the Chevy Volt, and Nissan has the Leaf coming out, and Ford's going to take its most popular model and make an electric version. So they're not actually miles per gallon, because they're not using gallons of fuel. However, the Environmental Protection Agency does the math as though you were using gasoline. They figure the Volt gets the equivalent of 93 miles per gallon. Wow. And the Nissan Leaf is 99 miles per gallon. So we're talking about real improvements. I haven't been able to say that there's anything out there that beats my high school Volkswagen from way back when, but suddenly I can say there is, and they're twice as efficient.
But really, at the end of the day, does it come down to gas prices? And if gas prices come back down or stay low, do these cars have a chance really to be sold on a wide-scale basis?
I think they do have a chance. The forecasts that I'm seeing say that by 2015, the U.S. is going to have sales of about 650,000 of these vehicles per year. China will sell about 500,000 of them a year. But those forecasts don't take into consideration what happens if gasoline goes up to $4 a gallon or over $4 a gallon, and how that changes things. The higher that gasoline price goes, the shorter the earn back period. Right now, if you buy one of these very efficient vehicles, it might take you 4 years to earn back the extra money you have to spend. But there are 2 things that are changing. You're having to spend less of a premium, and also if that gasoline price goes higher, that also compresses the earn back period. Suddenly, you've got just as good a deal as these family cars that people are buying today.
Thanks so much, Jack.
Thank you.
I've been speaking with Jack Howe from Smart Money. I'm Kelsey Hubbard for the Wall Street Journal Digital Network.